If you're wanting to improve your conditioning, aka your cardio, it helps to approach this the same way you would strength training. Most people understand that you get stronger by increasing the reps, the sets, or the weight of a given exercise. But when it comes to conditioning, the thought process is just work harder. Higher intensity is harder, so it must be better, right? Well, as it turns out, that's completely wrong. Here are the top 3 ways to improve your conditioning. Number 1, increase conditioning volume. When you gradually increase the amount of time for your conditioning workouts, you are in fact increasing the training stress you place on your body. The amount of work you can effectively recover from is significantly more important than the amount of work you can do. You could probably come off the couch and run a marathon, but it would take you weeks to recover from this, and that's what makes it a horrible idea. If you're doing interval work, you could increase the number of sets. If you're doing low intensity, steady state, or zone 2 work, you could simply add 5 minutes to your workouts each week. Number 2, increase intensity with dynamic energy control. We don't want to just blindly increase intensity and just work harder. Remember, just because it's awful doesn't mean it's better. Once you've pulled the first lever, increase conditioning volume, and you're consistently getting one 30-minute low-intensity steady-state session per week, you're ready for this step. Having a heart rate monitor is incredibly beneficial for this step. Using interval-based work, the goal is to drive your heart rate higher for 10 to 15 seconds and then drop back to a pace that allows your heart rate to fall back into zone 2, typically between 115 and 130 beats per minute, and you want to stay there for about 60 seconds. Running, rowing, ski ergs, biking, even an assault bike are all good options here. If your increased intensity drives your heart rate to around 145 beats per minute, how long does it take you to recover back into zone 2? Start with 8 to 10 rounds of this. The goal is not to simply work harder. The goal here is to see how many rounds you can perform at the same level of intensity while your heart rate consistently recovers in the same amount of time. You'll want to stop or rest when the amount of time needed for your heart rate to recover increases by more than 10 seconds. This is building the skill of dynamic energy control, and it's one of the best things you can do for your heart. You can effectively measure your progress by increasing the number of working sets performed at a given intensity level with the same amount of recovery time. Number 3, increase conditioning frequency. So the third way to improve your conditioning is very similar to the first, but rather than adding sets, reps, or more volume to your conditioning session, you're simply going to add another conditioning session to your overall week. When you increase your conditioning frequency, you'll likely increase your total volume and intensity at the same time. That's why this is the third lever that you should pull when improving your conditioning. You want to improve your capacity first and then increase intensity before you increase total frequency so that you can avoid injuries. Remember the minimum effective dose strategy, which uses the least amount of training required to improve, progress, or achieve the desired result. This is the same reason you don't take an entire bottle of aspirin when your head hurts. Although it will get rid of your headache, it might take you out in the process.